At some point, trying to improve my photography started doing the opposite. I wasn't seeing moments anymore. Instead, I was seeing everything that I was doing wrong. Every time I lifted the camera, my head was already full. Settings, composition, story. Was this photo interesting enough? Was this good enough? And the weird part is, I was learning more than ever. I was watching videos, reading blog posts, saving advices, but my photos didn't feel any better. They felt heavier. So this is something I don't hear talked about enough, because on paper, improvement sounds like the goal. That's what we're all here for, right? Get better, shoot smarter, level up. But somewhere along the way, improvement quietly turns photography into a performance. Not in theory, but while you're actually out shooting. You stop reacting and you start evaluating. And that shift might be subtle, but it changes everything. Because photography used to be instinct, and now it's a test. You feel like you're constantly failing. For me, this shows up in really small moments. I'll see something happening in front of me, a gesture, a look, a bit of light. And instead of just reacting, there's a pause. And my head starts to think, is this really strong enough? Is this the right focal length that I'm using? Am I wasting a frame here? And that pause is where the photo sometimes dies. Not because the moment wasn't there, but because I was already judging it. And the more I tried to improve, the louder that voice became. I think this happens more now than ever, because we're surrounded by improvement content. 5 tips, 10 mistakes, things you must fix, things you should stop doing, and none of these are wrong. But when you consume that kind of content constantly, you start carrying it with you while you shoot. And in this way, your camera doesn't feel like a tool anymore. It feels like a scoreboard. And suddenly, photography isn't playful. It's evaluative. You stop being curious and instead, you're careful. So it really contradicts what you're actually trying to achieve. And here's the problem as clearly as I can put it. You can't learn and react at the same time. Learning requires distance, and reaction requires presence. And you feel this most clearly in real situations. You're lifting the camera, the moment is already happening. And while you're thinking about framing, settings, or whether this is a good photo, the moment moves on. And that's what I mean by trying to do both at once. And to be honest, most of the time, it is the photo that loses. Because moments don't wait for understanding. They reward attention. If you're looking for top royalty-free music for your videos, perhaps for your own YouTube channel, or perhaps for work that you do for clients, then I will highly recommend Track Club. Because Track Club are delivering high quality music that you actually want to listen to. They allow you to download stems of the songs, which makes it easier for you to take out parts that you don't want. They also let you change the beats per minute to make the song fit the clips that you're including in your video. Recently, they have made this searchable function where you can put in a link to a YouTube video or Spotify song, and it will come up with similar music in the Track Club catalog that you can use for your videos. And as a bonus thing that I think is pretty cool, Track Club's mother company, Mamose, actually invest in social projects. So some of the money that you're using on this will go to good causes and perhaps help people out in the world, which I really think is a nice thing to know. If you want to try out Track Club, then you can get a 2-month free subscription by using the link that I've provided down in the description. So this really hit me when I noticed something uncomfortable. Some of my favorite photos weren't taken when I felt improved. They were taken when I wasn't thinking much at all. No plan, no intention to practice something specific. Just walking, looking, and reacting. And I guess this was hard to accept because it didn't match the story I'd been telling myself about improvement. So personally now I think about photography in 2 very different modes. There is the learning mode and there is the shooting mode. Learning mode is intentional. It usually happens before or after I go out. It's when I decide, today I'll pay attention to light or framing or one focal length, or whatever you can come up with. It's slower, more analytical, and it's useful, just not in the middle of a moment. Shooting mode, it's different. It's when I'm outside, camera in my hand, and something actually happens. In that moment, I'm not trying to improve anything. I am just reacting. It's dumb, it's curious, and it doesn't try to be impressive. And I think the mistake here is blending these two modes. Because when you try to analyze while something is unfolding, when every walk becomes practice and every frame becomes a lesson, photography starts feeling like homework. And honestly, who likes homework? When I stopped trying to improve while shooting, something shifted. I actually missed fewer moments, not because I was more careful, but because I stopped second-guessing myself. I didn't hesitate with the camera in my hands. I stopped checking, judging, and correcting. And because of that, I cared less. So I could take the photo and move on without trying to prove anything. So perhaps I take simpler photos, but at least to me, I think they feel more honest. And instead of asking myself, is this good? I stopped asking anything at all and just try to be in the moment, enjoying my camera and my time out. And that silence is much quieter and much kinder to your self-esteem. So this isn't an anti-learning mentality. Learning matters, practice matters, and intent matters. But timing matters too. There's a difference between sharpening a skill and strangling it with attention. And I think a lot of photographers, especially beginners, aren't bad. They are just tired of trying so hard. So most of the time when I go out to shoot, I try to leave improvement at home. Not forever, just for the walk, because the photos I enjoy the most aren't the ones where I did everything right. They are the ones where I wasn't thinking much at all. And in a way, this becomes kind of a passive learning, because photography stops being something you actively try to fix and starts becoming part of how you see the world, naturally, over time, without forcing it or chasing the perfect photo every single time. So, thanks for watching. If any of this sounds familiar to you, and if you want to see more videos like this about photography without the pressure, well, consider subscribing. It really means a lot to me. All that's left to say, guys, is take care, and I will see you around. Boy.
I'm the biggest in the game. I'm the one they talk about. Everybody know my name. My resume is loud.